Living with Lolita, grab a notebook and a pen. It's not about where you start, but how you win. There is no topic that can't be discussed. This platform is open, no need to hush.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Lolita, and welcome to a very special episode of Living with Lolita. So, I was laying here and I was just thinking about when my person decides to come into my life, um, how I'm going to be. Am I going to be prepared? Am I going to welcome him with open arms? Am I going to hold him to unrealistic expectations and standards? And I was in deep thought about that. Um, as many of you know, I have been waiting. I am waiting patiently. I'm waiting for him to find me. I'm not out here in these streets looking for anyone, but in the same breath, I know that I need to get out in order to have that person find me. Um, but I'm not in a rush. And I think that I'm not in a rush because I don't think that I'm prepared. I don't think that I am mentally prepared or emotionally prepared. Um, I'm not financially prepared. Um, and I don't know if I'm spiritually prepared. Um, and I guess everything is a question mark to me because, relationships in the past have failed. Obviously, I wouldn't be single right now. But they have failed for one reason or another. Not to say I'm perfect in a relationship. Um, Everything wasn't my fault, but I took something from each relationship that has failed. Um, Starting with my marriage. When that failed, I had to come to terms with what I did wrong in the relationship. After that, when I've dated a couple people, I once again had to evaluate what I did wrong. It is so easy for us to place blame on other people, but do we ever take the time to look at ourselves? Okay, so that was a good point right there. Also, I've just been thinking, do I have unrealistic expectations? Um, I do feel like I have a list, and I have a long list. Um, I'm not going to go through the whole list because we'll be here until tomorrow morning. But I do want my person to love the Lord. I want to be able to go to church together, pray together. I would like him to take care of me in the same way that I can take care of him. I am very, very, very family oriented. And I want him to be that way, not only with his family, but with my family as well. Like if I see that, then I'll be like, okay, that'll be a check mark for him. I like adventure. I would like him to be adventurous because I don't want to be the only one on these rides and you're just sitting there like, oh, I'll wait for you when you get back until you get back. No, come on. I would like him to be fun. I would like him to have a sense of humor. And then, there's, other things like, I want him to be taller than I am. If I feel like I want to wear 4-inch heels, you're still taller than me. I don't want a cheap man, so it's just things like that I don't think are unrealistic, but other people might be like, look, girl, like, relax, you need to cut that list down a bit. And I've even heard somebody tell me that my list was too long, that my list was unrealistic. Um, some of the things may be, I agree. But for the majority, I don't think so. I think that people have preferences sometimes. I think that people like what they like and they don't like what they don't like. And that is okay. And I'm one of those people. Like, I like what I like and I like what I don't like. Now, granted, throughout the years, throughout the last few years, my taste has changed. There are certain things that are just a no for me. I do have people in my DMs, right? I do meet people out and about. I do feel like there's a certain way to approach me. men may be able to approach some women their way, but when you come over here, I require something else. I don't like things like the WYD, I guess, like a text message or like a message. Like, I don't like WYD. I think that's so young to me. I don't like when people try to get my attention by just staring me down. Say something. That's weird. I don't like people to I don't want anybody who's already somebody else's. And I get a lot of that. And that irritates me to no end, especially if we're like friends on social media or something and you're in my DMs and you're like, people can say like you're pretty or you're beautiful, but I think there's a way that you can be respectful to the person that you are with. Everybody has eyes, right? Everybody has, everybody is maybe attracted or has like a little crush or something. I don't think you should have those things when you're with somebody. I don't think you should have a crush on somebody else who you almost idolize. And I'm not trying to put myself on this pedestal, but I do feel like some of the people that are in my DMs, they kind of place me there, not really knowing who I am, except for what they see on social media, a picture, a post. They don't really know me, and it's almost like they're not even taking the time to get to know me. So that type of behavior is unacceptable to me. I think now that I am older and I am like set in my ways, I'm just not falling for the okie doke. And that is something that I used to do before. You know, if somebody reaches out to me like in my DMs over and over and over again, I might give you a chance or I might entertain. I'm not doing that anymore. Because like I said, I do think some things are appropriate and some things are inappropriate. I do feel like people, men, need to step their game up a bit, you know? They want somebody like me, but they don't want to do what needs to be done to obtain someone like me. And once again, I'm not trying to put myself on this pedestal. I just have different standards and different boundaries at this point in my life. But I think I'm patiently waiting because God has given me dreams, right? Of the person that is going to love me for me, is going to love me like God loves his people. Someone who's going to pay attention to me, someone who's going to be in tune with me, someone who is going to support me and be my biggest cheerleader, someone who is not going to be jealous of me or my family. God has definitely given me on several occasions different dreams of this person. Now, I can't say if I'm walking down this street and this person tries to talk to me that I'm going to know that this is him, because for whatever reason, God gives me these dreams and I really don't know what the person looks like. I do know he's taller than me though. That I know. But I would like to just be ready for this person. What am I doing? What am I doing to prepare myself? I pray over this person that I don't even have yet. I don't put so much concentration on it though, because like I said, I just feel like I'm not ready. But if I'm going to be ready, or if I'm even considering it, I need to mentally try to prepare myself. I feel like I carry myself differently. And people have told me this, you know, that they like the way I carry myself. You know, I'm not just out here looking any type of way, acting any type of way. And so I just am myself. I'm not putting on a facade, and I would appreciate anyone that's going to come in my path to also not put up a facade. Like, I don't need a representative. I need you to be you, because at some point in time, the real you is going to come out. And I just may not like it. So I I want you to be yourself. Just be yourself. I think that sometimes people like the idea of having someone. I think sometimes they like to have more than one person. I think sometimes people like to play games. Um, and I'm just not with that. I have told a few people that I am waiting for God to send me my person. And when I say a few people, I mean men. Like I've told them I'm waiting for God to, tell me if I need to talk to you, tell me if I need to entertain you. And that is really like, I mean that. I mean that. When I say it, I mean it. They may be thinking this girl is crazy, but no, I am taking my time. When I tell you I'm taking my time, I'm taking my time. I'm not getting any younger, but I want the next person to be my last person. I don't want to be unsure about anyone once I get into a relationship. I don't want to be unsure. I want that person to be sure about me. I want that person to be sure about what he's getting himself into. I want him to take the time to get to know me. I want him to take the time to get to know my family. I want us to be able to vacation together, laugh together, have pillow talk together, long conversations. I want him to be fully invested. And I want to be the same for him. Whatever I'm asking, I want to be the same to him. I feel like, and this is just me, I feel like I'm always the same person when I get into a relationship. I'm always the same person. I never sway from being Lolita. I do feel like sometimes what I do that I'm not doing anymore is I might find myself conforming to what that person wants or likes, just so I can be included. Like, I'm really not a sports person, okay? And if all this person wants to do is watch sports all the time and, go to games and, this and that, I'm not going to make myself a sports fan because you're a sports fan. I will go to some games. I will participate in some sports activities. But if that's not my thing, it's just not my thing. Like if I love shopping, and if that person doesn't like shopping, I'm not going to drag him to the mall every time I feel like I want to go to the store because he's going to be bored. And that's not his thing. And I have to be mindful of that. It's all about, to me, it's all about give and take. Relationships are about compromise. It's about love and respect. And I want to be happy with my person. He doesn't have to be connected to my hip 24/7 for me to say that's my man and he loves me so much. He can show me in a million other ways and I will be happy. I want to also go back to this. I do like men who not only aren't cheap, but are mindful in the capacity of, you know what, I know that she likes flowers. Let me go and get her some today. For no apparent reason, just to do the just because gifts. The just because gestures. I do that same thing. And I think maybe my love language, but I feel like I'm all of the love languages. So I also have to be mindful. I'm saying this out loud, but I also have to be mindful that that's his love language as well. But he definitely needs to know mine. Okay. I like all of them. Every single last one. But yeah, that is what I'm thinking about tonight. That is what is on my mind. And I'm going to pray about it before I go to sleep. But like I said, I keep telling myself maybe I'm not ready, because what I'm asking for, or maybe in the position that I am in, I shouldn't even be thinking about that. But someone told me that God is going to send you your person whether you're ready or not. So just prepare yourself. And that's what I'm doing. I'm preparing myself. I'm building myself up. I'm building my own self-confidence. I'm building my own voice. I'm building my own boldness. I don't need someone um, to make sure that I get there. I have to make sure that I get there on my own. Um, you know, there are some times where I can be around my house and I'm taking out my trash and I'm like, oh God, times like this, I wish I had a man. And that is true. I do. When I have to get on a ladder and change the batteries in the smoke detector, I'm like, dang, I need a man to do this because that's just how I feel. But I am patiently waiting. And anything that I feel like a man can come and do for me or provide for me, I can pretty much do it myself. So that's where I'm at tonight. Um, I want to know how you are feeling about that though. Like, and this is for married women and men, single women and men. Do y'all have lists? Do you have expectations? Do you have, are you ready? Are you even ready? Is that even on your radar? Um, do you want to give somebody another chance to um, to come in and help you, be your helpmate, or to come in and possibly hurt you? I know that those are chances that we all have to take when we're in a relationship. That is a definite gamble because you just don't know. Um, and like I said, sometimes people can be representations of themselves. And as soon as something bad goes awry or something goes wrong, then the person turns into someone that you can't even recognize, someone that you don't even notice. And then you're second guessing your whole life, the whole relationship. Like, okay, I think I need to either get out of here or maybe we can talk this through. But this is not who I met in the beginning. And I guess that's another reason why, when you date, you just have to see someone in all of their seasons. If they're happy, if they're sad, if they're mad, if they're angry, if they're disappointed, if they are rich, if they're poor, like, I do believe in that. And that is something that I definitely also take into account. I am the type of person where when I'm happy, I'm happy. And when I'm not, yeah, you'll probably definitely see a different side of me. My voice might raise, my mouth can be slick. I don't know right now how it is because like I said, I have been single probably for about 10 months, about 10 months. And in that process, I think my mind has been on something else. But just recently, the whole idea of a person coming into my life has come into play. So I'm just going to be ready. I'm just going to continue to prepare myself. I'm going to continue to build myself up because I can't expect a certain person to come into my life if I'm not where I need to be. And so that's where I'm at with that. But I don't know, y'all. Wish me luck on this journey, okay? Definitely wish me luck on this journey. And if y'all have any advice or any comments about that, feel free to reach out and let me know what you think about this episode, about, what it is that you feel like maybe I need to do or concentrate on. And if there's nothing at all, then, there's just nothing at all. I think for the most part, I have this under control because this isn't my first rodeo. Like, jumping into a relationship is not something that I've never done before. I've had plenty of them. They just didn't go the way I thought most of them would have went. So we'll just see what happens. But like I said, pray for me, y'all. Wish me luck in my future endeavors as far as relationships. And I just want to be ready. That's all. I just want to be ready for this person that is going to come and knock me off of my feet and love me in a way that I haven't been loved before. Even when I thought I was in love, I'm sure that this person that is going to come is going to show me a love that I've never experienced. Heck, look, y'all might start seeing me on social media and even on this podcast literally like just gushing. Like literally you'll probably be able to see the hearts coming from my head, like in the cartoons, the little floating hearts. Yeah, so we'll just see what happens. I am excited about what God is going to do for me in all areas of my life. I am excited for him bringing me that special person. I am excited for this special person to receive me, and just love me and love my children and love my family, love my friends, my sisters. Like I have a few of them, and they're probably going to put him through the ringer as far as questions, because they also want to make sure that he's right for me. But that would be the same thing that I do for them. So I'm going to conclude this episode. I hope that you all enjoyed it. I am going to lay it down and not put any more thought into this for tonight anyway. But I love y'all, and I will see you on the next episode. Have a good night. Bye.
Her experience has created a safe place. One time with living with Lolita is all it will take. One time with living with Lolita is all it will take. Living with Lolita, living with Lolita, living with Lolita is all it will take.